Everyone has a whiteboard and a marker? Okay, what have we been talking about in success? What kind of time? Elapsed time. Okay, so we've been working on some activities to try to get us to figure out elapsed time. I want to introduce something different. So if Miss King is talking, who should be listening?
Us.
Okay. So I want to introduce something different and see if it can help us get the concept of elapsed time, okay? I'm going to draw a
Clock.
That's a mountain. Okay? The mountain is for hours. What's the mountain for?
Hours.
This is a hill. The hill is for minutes. How do we count our minutes? By what?
5.
So it'll be either 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What's the last one?
30.
30. Okay, and this is a rock. That will be our minute, which is 1, right? So this is our 1 minute. Miss King has a hard camera. Okay, so let's try something, see if we can figure this out. We're going to always draw a timeline, okay? So this is our timeline. Can someone tell me what time does the late bell ring? Tyler. Huh?
I know.
What time does the time bell ring, sir?
9:45.
What time does the late bell ring for us? We are late for school. What time? Travis.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. What time does Miss Allen's class go to lunch? Camera. 11 o'clock? 11:30. Let's see how much time it is from the time school starts until lunchtime, okay? So the very first thing we do, we always do our hours first. So what represents the hour?
3.
What represents the hour? The
Mountain.
mountain. So 9 o'clock is our first hour. What's our next hour?
Minute.
Who said it?
Mommy.
What's our next hour? What's our next hour?
Minute.
9 o'clock is our first hour. What's our next hour? 9, then
10.
10. So 10 is our next hour. So this is how we do. This is our mountain. It goes up, down. How many hours is that?
9.
How many hours? The difference between 9 and 10 is what? 1. So that's 1 hour. What's our next hour after 10? 11. So how many hours is that?
2. No,
I'm sorry.
1.
1. Thank you. Okay. So what's our next hour between 11 and, what's after 11? What's the next hour?
12.
Can we do 12?
No.
Because 12 is larger than 11.
30.
Okay, so now we need to shift from hours to minutes. Are we going to count by 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, or 30?
30.
You say 30? What'd you say, Jamil? We're going to do, Jamil said 5. So let's do 5. So 11 o'clock, and then 5 more minutes is what time, Jamil? 11:00. 11:00. It's 11 o'clock. We add 5 more minutes. It's 11 what? 05. 5 more minutes is 11 what? 11:10. 5 more minutes is 5 more minutes is
11:20.
5 more minutes is
11:25.
5 more minutes is
11:30.
11:30. Is that our time?
Yes.
Okay, now we need to figure out how long is that? Can anybody do it without adding it up? Cameron, how long do we have? How many hours?
2 hours and 30 minutes.
2 hours. And how many minutes?
30.
How did you get 30 minutes, Cameron?
Because if it's 9 o'clock,
Yes, again, Eddie.
we go to
Take your boards. Go over to this table.
30 minutes because
You're not paying attention over here. Go.
But we count by 5, so let's go. 5.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So it's 2 hours and what?
30 minutes.
It's 2 hours and 30 minutes before we go to
Lunch.
Quick.
Okay.
Sit down.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay, we're gonna try it. What does that mountain represent?
Hours.
What does the hill represent?
Minutes.
What does the rock minutes by what?
5.
What does the rock represent?
Minutes.
1 minute at a time. Okay.
You know it.
Okay, so we're gonna try it again. So, what time does Miss Allen's class come back from lunch?
12:15? No.
What time we come back from lunch?
12
12 o'clock. Who said 12 o'clock?
Yeah, right.
Okay, Cameron, you're gonna come up here and do this. Come up. Twelve o'clock. What time is school over? What time is the last bell ring? 3:30. Okay, Cameron. Here, Miss King gonna guide you. Okay, so stand right here. So we start at 12 o'clock. What's our next hour after 12? Tyler.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Put 1 o'clock underneath here, Cameron. Right here. Give me a mountain. From here to here. From here. Forward to your 1. How many hours? Put it in there.
Diego,
Thank you.
quit drawing on your board and pay attention.
Tyler, come.
Put your caps on your
What's
markers
the
back
next
here and
hour?
pay
1,
attention.
then what? The 2 here.
Pay attention.
Now what you gotta give me? Another. Go here, here. Up, down. How many hours?
1.
1. Who wants to go next? Harmony. What's our next hour? We start at 2. What's our next hour? Put 3 down here for me. Then give me what you have to give me. What represents hour? A mountain. Give me an hour from here to here. Up, down. How many hours is that? Go in here. Thank you. Who wants to go next? Come here, Travis. Yeah, Travis. I was scared. Okay. Now we have 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. What's our next step? Can we do 3 to 4? Because
We don't go to school till 4.
Cameron's take time out. Tell him again, Cameron.
Because we don't go to school till 4 o'clock.
What time does school get out, Travis? Right here. What time does school get out? 3:30. So what do we have to switch to now? We already did the hour. Then we're gonna switch
3
to.
o'clock.
This is 3 o'clock. So what's the time right here? 3:30. So where we gonna switch to? The hill or the rock? The hill. Give me a hill. This is a hill. Right. Right. Give me a hill. Hill is round. Give me a hill. Hill. Okay. How many minutes between 3 and 3:30, Travis? Here's 3. 3:30. How many minutes?
1.
How many minutes?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. What we gonna put in here, Travis? 30. Thank you. Who can tell me between the time Miss Alice come back from lunch and the time we get on the bus, how long is that?
1 hour and 20 minutes.
1 hour, how long? 1 hour.
And 30 minutes.
1 hour. How many hours do we have? Say it again, Jake.
4 hours and 30 minutes.
Let's count the minutes, Jake. How many hours? Hours. 1, 2, 3. How many hours?
3 hours
How many minutes, Jake?
and 30.
3 hours and 30 minutes. So how long is it from 3 hours and 30 minutes? So we write it like this: 3 hours and 30 minutes. Okay. Now we're going to try it in groups. So whoever you're next to, we're going to group up. We're going to try it. Ms. King is going to give you a paper.
I don't have
You don't have what? Okay. Ms. King is going to give you a paper. Oh, here they are. And we're going to work together in groups. I want you to do the same thing. What are we going to use for hours? A what?
mountain.
What are we going to use for minutes by 5? What are we going to use for a minute?
Rock.
For every minute, we'll use a rock. I want Nathaniel and Amaria to do A. Adrian, Harmony, and Kalani, B. Cameron and Jasmine, C. Diego and Isaiah, D. Eddie, scoot down close to Travis. Travis and Eddie, E. Amari and Frieza, F. Yadira and Remel, G.
You make a timeline just like she just showed you.
Go with J.
But you only do the one she told you.
Go with J. Tyler and Sakali, H. And Jaden and Jessica, I. So, who has A? Okay, so A says from 4:45 to 5:05.
Okay.
I want you to use the diagram we used up here, okay? So you guys have from 5:30. From 5:30 goes here, and 7:10 goes here. 5:30 goes down there on the end. 5:30. Then 7:10 goes here. Do you guys do your lines first? Do you do your lines first? So what's the time you're gonna have on there, Nathaniel? What's your beginning time gonna be? Beginning time. Then your ending time is gonna be what?
Cameron, you only have to do the
Ending
one she
time right
told
here
you.
is gonna be what?
But you need to put it on your board like you did up there.
5:04. Okay, so the first thing you guys need to do is to check to see if you have any hours. 5:30 to 6:30 is what? You need to put 6:30 on your board. 5:30 to 6:30. What do you have, Cameron? Where's your line at? The first thing you should have is a line. Jasmine, draw a line. The first thing you should have on your board is a line. A line. Yes, so the start time here goes here. Start time goes there. Your start time is 1:45, Jasmine. That's a 3. What's your start time, Isaiah?
Our start time is here. You can look up
And you see a line, 8:35, right here. That's your start time. 8:35. 9. Any time is 9:40. Same thing, Diego. Erase that. Erase that. Erase that. Is that what Miss King has up there? Do I have a clock up there? So why do we draw a clock? We need to draw a line first. A straight line goes down here. Draw a line. Your timeline. Your timeline goes straight down here. What's your beginning time, Amari? What's your beginning time? Right, 11 here.
Got it.
11 o'clock goes underneath your line. So you'll be able to draw your mountains, your hills, and your rocks.
You got to put the other time here. When you make it to there, you need to put the next hour. the next time.